What's going on, guys? It's Arena, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my tips for blind firing with the sniper. Now, what you're seeing in the background right now are for the gameplay. These are all from my Super Blind Guy episodes. Pretty much they're all singles with, blind fires or Supermans or whatever. So that's what you're looking at in the background. Uh, Pretty much what I'm going to be covering, though, I'm going to try to be as helpful as I can in showing you guys my techniques to blind fire. Now, I do need to say this before I even get started. A lot of people make the argument that blind firing is all luck. Now, to an extent, this is true, but just like anything else that involves luck, you can always improve your chances. So, today I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I do to improve my chances. I'm going to be showing you 3 different techniques, and for those of you who haven't seen any of the sniper blind fire tutorials in the past or tips or whatever, I know Like Butter did one and Micro both did one, or Micro did one as well. The one that Micro did, it didn't really work for me too well. I tried it out. I actually, when it first came out, that's when I first got into, recording and whatnot, and his way didn't work for me, so I kind of had to dump that. And then for Like Butters, he pretty much said that he feels like the bullets pretty much come out of the barrel, so wherever the barrel of the gun is pointed, that's usually where they go. And once again, this is sometimes true. I can't ever. Uh, I try to judge it like that. That's how I usually do it. But there's also some other things, just minor tips that help me out along the way. So I'm gonna hop right into that. The first technique that I'm gonna be talking to you guys about is Alrighty guys, so the Sweepshot Blindy, it's pretty much, like I said earlier, it's kind of like no-scoping or hard aiming and sweeping to the left or to the right. Now, I know this seems very basic for blind firing, but this is honestly one of the ways that, I've really, I guess, hit most of my blind fires is by sweeping in a quick motion or movement, I guess. So right here, a lot of people use the barrel. Like I said, that's something that I've been struggling with. So something that I've been doing and something that I've been learning is that I can use the blue lens on the COG sniper. See right there how I pretty much put the lens right in his ear hole. And this is almost a guaranteed headshot. Now, granted, we are playing Gears of War 3, so there's always that occasion where it'll fucking hit them in the pinky toe and they'll body you with a bolt-talk pistol. So be wary of that. But it really does work for me. Just using the little reticule on the sniper. It's red for the locust, for those who'd never notice a difference. So first guy gets blatted, and then the second guy, I'm setting him up just like I did for the first guy. I'm gonna look the opposite way, and then I'm gonna sweep back to the left real quickly. And then right once the dot's over his head, that's when you fire. Now, something that, excuse me, something that I've run into a problem with, well, I've slowly come up with a solution, but is trying to use that method from a distance. And I've been trying to do it for a while. I've finally figured something out, and it works to an extent. Obviously it's blind firing, and a lot of it is luck, but this is what works for me. So hopefully you guys will be able to catch on quickly. Pretty much what I like to do is I like to take the same reticule and I'll put it right up under where their head would be. So we can use this dry dot clip real quick. We'll slow it down, and I'm using the red dot right there, and I see his head. Now we can pause it and just take a look right where that red dot is and where his head is. I just put it right underneath it, and then he gets his head shit on. So that's what I like to do, and it does work from deep as well. I've gotten a couple of them where it does work from deep. It just takes a lot of really nice timing and kind of patience too. So that's the Sweepshot Blindy, and that's also one of the methods that I use is with the lens. And we'll be getting into the next technique that I use, right meow. Okay guys, next up is the Outplayed Blindy. Now, that's just what I call it, and I know most of you guys are, well, why would you call it that? Well, you'll understand here in a second, so just take a look. Here we go. Now, I know just by watching that, you're just saying, well, you just hit a Blindfire Spider-Man and that's it. There's a lot more to this than just that. So here we go, we got it stopped, alright? Now what I'm doing is, I'm running in a straight line at him, alright? And now I've already got it set in my head that I'm going to push him, try to make him uncomfortable, and dive so that I can hit the Blindfire Spidey. So, right now, I'm running at him in a straight line. I know he doesn't have very many options. This is in OSOC, so even if he has his Nasher, a lot of people still freak out for some reason. So here we go. He just missed his shot with the sniper. Now he's pretty much dead to rights to me. Now, if you guys want to take a look at my character right now, notice how he's still squared up. So pretty much, if he goes anywhere on my screen, I can make a quick attempt at a Blindfire. Whereas if I were to come in at an angle, it'd be a little bit more difficult to sweep at a high angle, I guess you could say. So here we go. I'm still pushing straight. Right once he dives, stop and take a look right where that reticule is. Again, right on his head, and blow for the quick sweep shot, Blindy Spider-Man. And here's a couple more of them afterwards. I really do like this. I've been doing it a lot more and more lately. Even people with Nasher still do it. It's a little bit more risky against the, I guess, better players, but honestly, if you know you're playing against a turd, which a lot of us end up playing against fucking retards, it's a good idea just to give it a shot. I know a lot of montagers too. This is another one where a lot of montagers are, you do it just off instinct, not really because you thought about it. It just happened. So that's all I got for that one. I got one more technique or Blindfire, I guess, that I'm gonna show you guys, and then maybe if I get enough good feedback, I'll try to do something else, maybe something similar or whatnot. And lastly, we have the pull-off blindy. Now, the pull-off blindy is something that was very popular in Gal 1. It was a lot easier, but I've actually kind of found out a better way of doing it in Gears 3. So it's actually very, very accurate. So first thing you want to do is get yourself in the right position. So right now, I see the locust on the right-hand side of me, and I know that I need to turn my weapon to the same side that he's on. Because say if I was facing left right now and I tried to pull off, I would also have to jerk my camera all the way to the right just to get it to cover his face. So you want to make sure that you're on the appropriate side. Now, to pull off, all you're doing is just holding back on the left stick, and you'll be able to tell. Your character will kind of do a little bouncing motion. Now, at the top of that bounce, or at the top of that pull off, you're going to want to fire. Now, you can clearly see in this picture right here that he's not headshotted. You can clearly see the tracer round hitting him in the shoulder. But the thing is, it's not, the tracer round doesn't do anything. That's not what counts. It's what happens when Cole lands. So if his head is in the very center of the screen when Cole lands, that's when it gets headshot. Now, if you were to pause this right now and take a look at it, maybe do some thermodynamics or something, I don't know, his head is pretty much dead in the center of my screen. So with a little bit of perfect timing and accuracy, the pull-off blindy is just as good in Gears 3. Now, also, something else to take into account is that I was at a little bit of an incline, so my camera was facing down a little bit more. But either way, it is still really accurate, and with a lot of practice, it actually gets easier. I've been practicing it a lot lately, and it's gotten a lot easier for me. Now, I know that a lot of these things that I've said so far in this video, most montagers already know about, and maybe even if they didn't think about doing it, they did it subconsciously anyway. For instance, the sweep shot, they probably never thought of like, oh, well, I want to do a sweep shot blind fire right here because he's he's really close to me and he's to my right. Instead, you just did it out of quick reaction, you know. There wasn't any overall thought process, you know, you didn't actually like tell yourself that. But I know I'm kind of rambling on right now, but I just don't feel like getting hate from any of the montagers, like telling me that this video sucked and it was all blatant and obvious. Well, there's a lot of people that are hopefully going to benefit from this, so I appreciate your guys' time, and if this did help you in any way, please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. I mean, if you honestly thought it sucked, just go ahead and say that. But I would like to do more of these, not so much just like blind fires and stuff, but just overall tutorials and helpful vids. So I mean, if you guys have any proposed vids, I guess, anything that you want to see, like tutorial wise or help wise, please leave a message and let me know what you guys are wanting to see. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. I appreciate you tuning in. This is Avid Arena saying goodbye.
Oh, people like this too much. Let's change it back. Oh, the nigga flew.